Good evening, friends. Tonight's story comes drifting up from the muddy waters of the mighty Mississippi River, where the coffee was always black, the work days were always long, and whenever one hard-working father finally allowed himself a little time to go fishing, the river always seemed to have another story waiting. So pull up a chair, because this isn't just another fishing story. It's the story of my dad. He drove a red '89 Chevy, extended cab, work boots worn, toolbox riding in the bed long before each break of dawn. Worked 10, sometimes 13 hours, most weeks 6 long days. Then he'd still help one of his children, no matter how worn he'd be. Sunday mornings found him faithful, sitting in his church pew. He went on mission trips to country churches, helping any way he knew. Roof and drywall, paint or cleanup, Dad was there to see it through. Whenever Dad finally found the time to spend a day with a rod and reel, black coffee, Mississippi, waiting on another tale. The Mississippi kept him guessing, every bend held one more tale. Some days he'd bring supper home, some days the river prevailed. He never chased fame or fortune, never kept the score. Every fish that got away came home as another story. Whoa, one more cast. Whoa, one more cast. Dad once thought that river half an hour, certain something mighty pulled. Arms were burning, back was aching, every inch of the line stayed full. Finally dragged it to the shoreline, grinning like he'd won the day. Wasn't no giant catfish, just a size 12 work boot. Guess the Mississippi won that round. He laughed louder than anybody, held that boot up with a grin. Funny thing, that old work boot got heavier every time he towed it again. The Mississippi kept him guessing, every bend held one more tale. Some days he'd bring supper home, some days the river prevailed. He never chased fame or fortune, never kept the score. Every fish that got away came home as another story. From his little boat, Dad spotted one big fish swim by. Round and round it circled him, never gave his bait a try. Hours passed with no luck coming, that old fish just cruised along. Dad laid down his fishing pole, picked up the paddle, one good swing. Later he'd just laugh and tell us that fish had plans of its own, till Dad changed them. Another trip beside his son, the river played another game. Dad's fishing pole flew overboard, gone before they knew its aim. Then his boy yelled, "I got one!" That fish fought with all its might. When they finally brought it in, Dad's missing fishing pole was still hooked to that very same fish. To this day, we still laugh about it. Every one of us knows it's the truth. They say that old red Chevy Even pulled a Greyhound bus. Knowing Dad, nobody doubted it. He loved the Lord, loved his family, worked with both hands. And if you needed help, he was already on his way. That's the kind of man he was. The Mississippi still rolls today, still hiding stories in every bend. But the best stories it ever gave our family came home riding in that old red Chevy. The Mississippi was his rival, but it never stole a smile. Every snag, every lost fish just made another story worthwhile. He never caught them all, but he sure caught our hearts. Legends aren't measured by the fish they catch. They're measured by the lives they leave behind. One more cast, one more tale. Tell that story one more time. One more cast, one more cast. July 16th, Dad's birthday. The Mississippi still rolls, the fish still swim, and somewhere another fisherman is telling another unbelievable story. But none will ever tell one quite like Dad, because the greatest thing he ever brought home wasn't a fish. It was faith, family, laughter, and a lifetime of memories. That is the tale of one truly legendary man, and that's the rest of his story.